What's up, everybody? Welcome to something that's a tradition every year where I show my movie collection. Yes. All right, so this is my second attempt on doing this one because I tried the other one and I didn't even finish it because my back was hurting and I was like kind of talking about every movie, but I didn't finish it because my back was hurting. So I'm not going to talk about every movie. I'm just going to try to get through this as fast as I can. I'll might say a brief thought about some movies, but yeah. And also, if you saw my other movie collection videos, I did it where I showed the Blu-rays first and then the DVDs. Now it's different. Now I have the DVDs in with the Blu-rays in alphabetical order. So yeah, um, at least the best I could with alphabetical order. There might be some that are out of order, but you know, but yeah. Anyways, let's just waste no time. Let's go ahead and get started with the movie collection. I don't know how long this is going to be, but yeah, let's go ahead and get started. All right. So first one we have is 12 Angry Men. I'm thinking about upgrading this to Criterion, but yeah, great movie. 21 Jump Street and its sequel 22 Jump Street. The 4-Year-Old Virgin. 200 Motels, Frank Zappa movie. Yeah, really weird. 500 Days of Summer. I only saw that once, and it's very forgettable of what I remember. I know there's a lot of people that like it. I need to watch it again. So, but yeah, I barely remember it. So, 1917, 2001, A Space Odyssey. About Schmidt. Accepted. Adaptation. After Hours, underrated Martin Scorsese film. AI Artificial Intelligence, a underrated Spielberg film. The Alien collection, first 4 Alien movies: Aliens, Alien 3, and Alien Resurrection. All is Bright, a movie I haven't seen yet. This is a Christmas movie, and I should have watched it during Christmas, but I didn't, though. Along Came Polly. Okay. American Beauty. American History X. American Pie. American Pie 2. Anchorman. Animal House. Love that movie. As Good as It Gets. The Aviator. Baby Driver. The Back to the Future trilogy. Barton Fink, underrated Coen brothers. Batman and Batman Begins. Beautiful Mind. Beverly Hills Cop, one of my favorite comedies of all time. Beavis and Butthead Do America. Beetlejuice. Before Sunrise, my favorite trilogy, the Before trilogy. And to follow that up, Before Sunset and Before Midnight. I might update that to the Criterion, maybe the that box set. I don't know. We'll see. Big Daddy. Big Eyes. Big Fish. The Big Lebowski. Birdman. Black Klansman. Black Swan. Blazing Saddles. Blood Simple. Coen Brothers' first film. Blue Velvet, David Lynch classic. Bottle Rocket, Wes Anderson's debut. Boys in the Hood. Brave, underrated Pixar movie. I don't care what you say. I love it. The Breakfast Club. Bringing Out the Dead. Underrated Scorsese. Okay. Burn After Reading. Candyman. Cape Fear, a Scorsese film that I haven't seen yet. I just recently got this, but hopefully I'll be seeing it soon. Casper, that's childhood right there. Castaway, my favorite Robert Zemeckis film. CBGB, not a great movie, but Alan Rickman is fantastic as always. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, I actually do like this movie. Chasing Amy. Cheech and Chong's Up in Smoke. Cheech and Chong's next movie. Cheech and Chong's Nice Dreams, which is my favorite, and Things Are Tough All Over, my least favorite. Children of Men. Children of the Corn, the original. Chronicle. One of my favorite comedies, Clerks. And the sequel, Clerks 2. Alright, and now Clerks 3. My favorite Stanley Kubrick film, Clockwork Orange. Collateral. Corpse Bride. Crazy Stupid Love, one of my favorite rom-coms. The Crow. My favorite David Fincher film. Yeah, and I'm probably in the minority here, but The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Daddy's Home, Guilty Pleasure. Not a bad movie, but the sequel's terrible. The Darjeeling Limited. Dazed and Confused. Deadpool and Deadpool 2. I'm honestly not looking forward to the third movie. I don't think it's going to be good, to be honest. I could be wrong, though. Death Proof, underrated Tarantino film. The Departed, an overrated Scorsese film. I said it. The Descendants. Die Hard. And that is a Christmas movie. Dirty Harry and Magnum Force. Django Unchained. My favorite Spike Lee joint, Do the Right Thing. Alright. Dodgeball. Dogma. Donnie Darko. The Doors. An overrated Stanley Kubrick film. Not the most overrated. That would be Paths of Glory, which I don't own. But second most overrated Stanley Kubrick film. Doctor Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. I'm sorry. Easy A. Easy Rider. Underrated masterpiece, in my opinion. Ed Wood. The Edge of 17. Edward Scissorhands. Election. Really funny Alexander Payne film. One of my all-time favorite coming-of-age movies, 8th Grade. I showed Cade this recently, and he really liked it. And I was so surprised that he did, but yeah. Love 8th grade. My favorite Christmas movie, Elf. Favorite Disney movie, The Emperor's New Groove. And now my third favorite movie of all time, which used to be my favorite. If you saw the other movie collection videos in the past I said this was my favorite. This is now my third favorite. Eraserhead. It's still my favorite David Lynch movie, though. E.T., the Extraterrestrial. Maybe my favorite Spielberg, that or AI. I'm still deciding on that one. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. Everything Everywhere All at Once, the Best Picture winner of 2022. Ex Machina. The Exorcists. Fargo. Fast Food Nation, a Richard Linklater film. It's okay. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Fear, Loathing in Las Vegas, my favorite Johnny Depp performance. Ferris Bueller's Day Off. The movie I'm going to talk about, so fuck you, Tyler Durden. Fight Club. Well, I didn't really talk about it, but I mentioned it. Fighting with My Family. This was my first introduction to Florence Pugh. And yeah, it's a good movie. Finding Nemo. The Fountain. Frank. Underrated film. Love it. From Dusk Till Dawn. Full Metal Jacket, my second favorite Kubrick film after Clockwork. Get Out. And Get Smart. Childhood. In fact, this is one of the oldest DVDs I have, too. I've had this DVD since I was a kid. Yeah. Sorry, just fixing that real quick. Alright. Ghost World. Awesome movie, by the way. The Gift. This is actually my favorite Sam Raimi movie. It's underrated. The Girl Next Door. Speaking of underrated rom-com right there. The Elephant Man. Another underrated movie, Go. The Godfather trilogy. I'm not a fan of these movies. The first two are good, but I'm just not a fan of them, and the third one is a piece of shit. Goodfellas, a much better mob movie, in my opinion. Good Will Hunting. The Graduate. Gran Torino. Love this movie. The Grand Budapest Hotel. Greenberg. Really good Noah Baumbach film. I think it's the only Noah Baumbach film I own in my collection so far, but yeah. The Green Mile. Gremlins. Grindhouse, yeah, Planet Terror and Death Proof, which I already had Death Proof, but that was that was like a director's cut. I need to get the separate Planet Terror DVD though. Groundhog Day. The Hangover. Hangover Part 2. And Hangover Part 3. Happy Gilmore. Hardcore Henry, underrated action movie. The Harry Potter 8 film collection. It's all of them. I'm not going to say what they are. You probably know what they are. If you know Harry Potter. It's a franchise that I love, but also not hate, but I find very flawed. But, you know. The Hateful Eight. Underrated Tarantino. Heathers. Great film. Winona Ryder. Yeah. Her. Hereditary. Look out for a Ari Aster raking coming soon. I finally got to see Beau is Afraid. So yeah, don't have that in my collection though. High Anxiety, Mel Brooks movie. Home Alone, and Home Alone 2. Hook, Hot Fuzz, the only Cornetto trilogy movie I own. How the Grinch Stole Christmas, yeah, the Ron Howard live action Jim Carrey movie. The Hudsucker Proxy, Coen Brothers. Hugo, underrated Scorsese again. In the Heat of the Night. Inglourious Bastards. Inside Llewyn Davis, another underrated Coen Brothers. Inside Man, Spike Lee. Jackie Brown. Jarhead, I haven't seen this one yet. Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back. And Jay and Silent Bob Reboot. Apparently there's going to be a new Jay and Silent Bob movie, is what I heard from the man himself, Kevin Smith. Hopefully it'll be good. Jennifer's Body. The Jerk. Jersey Girl, more Kevin Smith. Fix this real quick. Okay. Joker. I'm both excited and nervous for the sequel. Juno. Kill Bill Volume 1 and Volume 2. I probably need to get the whole Bloody Affair. Even though I'm not a big Kill Bill fan, but I kind of want to see the whole Bloody Affair. The King of Comedy. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. No famous people that autographed this. Is just how I bought it. Someone put their name on it. Knives Out. Have not seen the sequel. I will when I do my Rian Johnson ranking, but wasn't a huge fan of that movie, to be honest. So, Knocked Up. Labyrinth. Lady Bird, starring my queen, Saoirse Ronan. The Lady Killers, a Coen Brothers remake of a 50s movie. Land of the Lost, I always forget I have this movie. This is, nostalgia. Lars and the Real Girl, one of the most depressing movies I've ever seen. Leon the Professional. The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou, my second favorite Wes Anderson film. We'll get to my favorite later. Little Miss Sunshine. Love it. Should have won Best Picture. Not The Departed. Lolita. Stanley Kubrick. Looper. Lords of Chaos. Lost Highway, David Lynch. Lost in Translation. Machete. Madagascar. PTA, Magnolia. Mallrats, Kevin Smith, of course. Man on the Moon, my favorite biopic. The Man Who Wasn't There, Coen Brothers. Meet the Parents. My only Christopher Nolan film, Memento, Men in Black, favorite Ari Aster, Midsommar. Spoilers for the ranking, but yeah. Miller's Crossing, Coen Brothers again. Million Dollar Baby. Underrated Tim Burton film in my opinion. And if you saw my Tim Burton ranking, I ranked this at number 3. Miss Peregrine's Home for Particular Children. Monster House. Favorite animated movie of all time, Monsters Inc. And of course my favorite Pixar movie. And the prequel, Monsters University. Alright, if you're wondering why my shirt looks different, I just took my undershirt off. Yeah, I get hot and cold, like, very easily, so, yeah. Okay. Alright, so let's finish this, shall we? Okay. Mother. Mrs. Doubtfire. David Lynch, Mulholland Drive. The Muppets from Space and Muppets Take Manhattan. Nacho Libre. Napoleon Dynamite. Natural Born Killers. Nebraska, another great Alexander Payne film. Neighbors. The Nice Guys. Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. Nightcrawler. Night of the Living Dead from 1968. George A. Romero. And now Night of the Living Dead, 1990. Tom Savini. Yeah. No Country for Old Men. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Office Space. Old School. On the Road. I have not seen this one yet. I bought this the same time I bought that Christmas movie All Is Bright, and I haven't seen either of them yet. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. My favorite Best Picture winner, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. The Other Guys. The Outsiders, and The Outsiders, the complete novel. Yeah, I got 2 different versions of The Outsiders. Over the Hedge, one of my favorite animated films. My favorite DreamWorks movie, actually. Pan's Labyrinth, I haven't finished this movie yet. Panic Room, underrated David Fincher film. My second after Benjamin Button. Parasite. Favorite Tim Burton movie, Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Rest in peace, Paul Reubens. Cade got me this for Christmas. Cade, those of you who don't know, he's my cousin, and he does the Your Cousins Are Critics podcast with me. He got me this for Christmas. Perfect Blue. Yeah, I'm actually I haven't seen it yet, but I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, this would be my first anime film that isn't a Studio Ghibli film, so I'm really looking forward to it. I hear that I think Black Swan was influenced by this movie, so yeah. The Perks of Being a Wallflower. I can't decide if I like that or 8th Grade better as my favorite coming of age movie, but yeah. Pineapple Express, Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl, Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I love that movie. My favorite John Hughes. Platoon, Popeye. Weirdly enough, the only Robert Altman film I've ever seen. I know I need to see his other films. I hear he's a good director. I actually do like that movie, though. The Princess Bride. Project X. I think this movie's underrated. I actually like this a lot. Psycho. Pulp Fiction, of course. Punch Drunk Love. My favorite Adam Sandler film, favorite Adam Sandler movie, by the way. And my second PTA film. Yeah, A Quiet Place. Only have the first one, don't have the second. I was disappointed by the second one, to be honest. Ratatouille. Raising Arizona. Raging Bull. Red State, underrated Kevin Smith movie. And by the way, this is a German Blu-ray that I bought from Amazon, but it does have an English track on it, so. Requiem for a Dream. Favorite Tarantino film, Reservoir Dogs, and top 5 favorite movies of all time. Revenge of the Nerds. I haven't seen it yet. Yeah. The Road to El Dorado. Road to Perdition. I haven't seen this one yet either. Road Trip. Rock and Roll High School. The Rocker. Nostalgia. This is a collection of the first 5 Rocky movies. Room and The Room. Haha, what a story, Mark. Masterpiece. I don't care what you say. Tommy Wiseau is a genius. Favorite Wes Anderson? The Royal Tenenbaums. Look out for an updated Wes Anderson ranking, by the way. That might be the next video. That or my Ari Aster ranking. I might do the Ari Aster first, then the updated Wes Anderson. But yeah. The Rugrats movie. The Runaways. Scarface. Schindler's List. And along with Get Smart, one of the oldest DVDs I have, School of Rock. This is another one I've had since I was a kid. Richard Linklater, too, by the way. Scooby-Doo 1 and 2, Scooby-Doo, and Scooby-Doo Monsters Unleashed. Childhood. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, favorite Edgar Wright film. The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. A Serious Man, Coen Brothers. 7 Psychopaths. I need to get that movie from the same director, The Banshees of Inisherin, Martin Madonna. Yeah, that was a good movie. The Shape of Water. Yeah, Shawshank Redemption. I actually like Green Mile better. Yeah. Stanley Kubrick collection, The Shining, 2001: Space Odyssey, which I already had, Barry Lyndon, and Eyes Wide Shut. Okay, if you didn't watch my video of this, of my new favorite movie, this is my favorite movie now. Sideways. Wasn't expect that, were you? But yeah, this is now my favorite movie of all time. I love it. Silence of the Lambs. Sin City. Slacker, more Richard Linklater. Sling Blade, underrated 90s film that everyone needs to see. It not only is it underrated, it's an underrated masterpiece. Mm-hmm. Slumdog Millionaire. South Park, Big, Longer, and Uncut. Childhood, Space Jam. Yeah. Spider-Man. Spider-Man 2. And, of course, Spider-Man 3. SpongeBob. The SpongeBob movie. SpongeBob SquarePants movie from 2004, and I guess you can say its sequel, SpongeBob Sponge Out of Water, which is actually pretty good. Not as good as the first, though. Not even close. Stand By Me. Star Trek, 2009, J.J. Abrams. The Star Wars original trilogy on Blu-ray. Yeah. And also got the prequels. Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, and honestly my favorite Star Wars movie, Revenge of the Sith. Yeah. Step Brothers. Straight Outta Compton. Suck on You, an underrated Farrelly Brothers movie. Sucker Punch. I forget I have this, but yeah, Zack Snyder. It's a guilty pleasure. Super 8. Underrated J.J. Abrams film. Super Bad. Yep. Love that movie. Super Troopers. Underrated comedy, even though, yeah, it does have a big fan base, but not a lot of people talk about it anymore. But I love Super Troopers. Talladega Nights. One of my all-time favorite movies, Taxi Driver. My favorite Martin Scorsese film. Ted. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie. And the sequel, which I actually like a bit better. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, The Secret of the Ooze. Okay. The Terminator. I can't remember if that was... I think that was up there. I don't know. Terminator 2, Judgment Day. I actually like T1 better than T2. Thelma and Louise. Actually, I'm going to put this stack over here. But yeah, Thelma and Louise. There Will Be Blood. My favorite PTA film. There's Something About Mary. Favorite Farrelly Brothers film. I don't have Dumb and Dumber, by the way. I need to get it. Tommy Boy and Black Sheep. Training Day. Trainspotting. One of the greatest films of all time. Yeah. Love the soundtrack, too. True Grit, the Coen Brothers remake. Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me on Criterion Blu-ray. I've only seen it once, though. Tucker and Dale vs. Evil. Tusk. An amazing film. Fuck you. Uncle Buck. Haven't seen it yet, by the way. Need to. The Usual Suspects. National Lampoon's Vacation. Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story. Yeah. And that's funny that I have that, and then right after I have Walk the Line, which is... Walk Hard is basically a parody of this movie, I think. Even though I haven't seen Walk the Line yet, believe it or not, but I need to. Wallace and Gromit, The Curse of the Were-Rabbit. Wayne's World. We're the Millers, an underrated comedy from the last decade. My second favorite movie of all time, and also my favorite Darren Aronofsky film. I used to call him Darren Aronofsky. That's what I called him in my ranking of his films. I apologize for that if that bothered you. But I got it. I think I got it right now. Darren Aronofsky. But my favorite film of his, and my second favorite film of all time, The Whale. Yeah, I know this movie is divisive, but it's a masterpiece, in my opinion. I don't understand the people who hate it. I really don't. What about Bob? Underrated comedy from the 90s. I love it so much. Okay. And now... these are the last movies that I will be sharing. We're almost done, and it's not even close to being an hour yet. How crazy is that? Yeah, What's Eating Gilbert? Great. This or Stand By Me is my favorite Rob Reiner film. I'm leaning toward this, to be honest. When Harry Met Sally. Such a good rom-com. I highly recommend, if you love rom-coms, check that one out if you haven't already. It's possibly the best rom-com ever made. Martin Scorsese's debut film that you might be surprised I own, that is Who's That Knocking at My Door? And I think it's very underrated. Not overrated. Underrated. It's great. Wild at Heart, David Lynch again. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, my favorite musical, and yeah, probably my favorite G-rated movie too, or Monsters Inc. I don't know. I'm not sure. The Witch or the Vivitch, whatever you want to call it. The Wolf of Wall Street. The Wrestler. Year One. I'm one of the few people that actually likes this movie. Yoga Hosers. I'm probably one of the few people that likes this movie too. It's Year One's better, but yeah, it's Kevin Smith. The only Kevin Smith movie I hate is Cop Out, which is the only one I don't own. So yeah. Young Frankenstein. My favorite Mel Brooks film. Underrated Michael Cera film, Youth in Revolt. You've Got Mail. Zack and Miri Make a Porno, Kevin Smith. Zero Dark 30, and the very last movie in my collection, Zombieland. Alright guys, that's it. That's my my movie collection. I know this was a lot shorter than my others. I just speed run that one, and yeah. Yeah, alright. Hope you enjoyed. Next week. Alright, so here's the thing. I put this on a Saturday, and I decided, at least for now, maybe for now on too, I'm going to do 2 videos a week, Wednesday and Saturday. So, yeah, I'll go and reveal the next 2 movies. Wednesday is going to be my Ari Aster ranking, and then Saturday is going to be my updated Wes Anderson ranking. So, 2 director rankings, one of them being updated, of course. But, yeah, check those out next week. So, yeah, look out for those. Okay, so, please like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell, share, all that jazz. Yeah, and I'll see you guys later. All right. Peace.